What's going on, everybody? Today, got an absolute banger of a tactic here for you guys. We've got the 5-2-2-1 Blade Runner, which is basically taking Xabi Alonso style football at Bayer Leverkusen and combining it with mine, and it did absolutely fantastic. Not only did we win the Bundesliga, but we also won the DFB Pokal, and we won the Europa League. So, tactic very, very solid overall, and very good with total team football as well. Everyone's contributing. But before we do get into today's video, got a little bit of news for you guys. I have once again partnered up with Fanatical for FM24, where you can get a discount on pre-ordering FM24 for yourselves. It's an additional 5% discount on the original 18%. For some reason, it computes to 22%, but as you can see here, you get 22% off your pre-order from Fanatical using code GORMYFM24, all caps, at checkout, or I will be putting links down below in the description to where you guys can check out the links for yourself and just apply the coupon code that way. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. So like I said, we've got the 5-2-2-1 Blade Runner. It's absolutely fantastic, plays really, really well. Really fun to use also, and if you have a striker that is very prolific, you are going to absolutely love this tactic. So here we are with the Blade Runner tactic. It's got an advanced forward on attack up top, 2 attacking midfielders on attack, 2 wingbacks on attack, deep line playmaker on support, ball winning midfielder on support, 2 central defenders on defend outside of a ball playing defender on cover, and a sweeper keeper on support. The advanced forward on attack has shoot more often. Both attacking midfielders on attack have crosses aimed at the far post, shoot more often, roam from position, move into channels, and tackle harder. Wingbacks on attack have cross more often, crosses aimed at center, and tackle harder. The deep line playmaker on support has tackle harder. And the ball winning midfielder on support has take more risks. Both central defenders on defend only have stay wider. The ball playing defender on cover was left as is, and the sweep keeper on support was also left as is. Now, this tactic is played with a positive mentality, as a majority of my tactics are. It can also be played with a balanced or attacking. If I were you, I would stick with going positive or balanced. Those are probably the 2 best ways to utilize this tactic, but if you are needing a goal late, definitely go attacking or even very attacking if you need to do so. This tactic is definitely meant for more so the mid-tier to low-tier type sides. Yes, you can definitely utilize it with the big boys like Real Madrid, Manchester City, but this is for sure geared towards those mid-table, lower-table sides to help them really compete with those big dogs. So when we're in possession of the ball, we play fairly wide in the attacking width. We overlap on the left and the right and play out from the defense. Work the ball into the box using low crosses, and we have a higher tempo with slightly shorter passing directness. When we're in transition, we counter press and counter distribute quickly to the fullbacks and center backs, aka distribute to the defense. And once we are out of possession, high press line of engagement, standard defensive line, much more often trigger press intensity, and trap to the outside. So now that we've gone over all that, let's go into the tactical analysis portion. So Mr. Patrick Schick, or really any striker that you have when you're utilizing this tactic, is going to be your main source for goals. Obviously, Florian Wirtz and Hoffman will also be supplying some goals from time to time as well as Grimaldo and Frimpong, who are going to be supplying that width for us. Palacio and Chaka can also chip in if they feel that they kind of want to do that on the day. A majority of the time, they are going to be sitting a bit deeper just because of where they start out positionally. Now, Mr. Schick is kind of the focal point of the attack. Like I said, he's going to be scoring a majority of your goals. Your striker is going to be scoring a majority of your goals. How is he going to be supplied for those goals? So, Mr. Florian Wirtz and Jonas Hoffman, they are able to roam freely. They have free roam, free reign of how they want to approach the attacking play. That is why I have roam from position on. So they can kind of occupy any of this area, and if they feel the need to, they can go out wide, and the wingbacks like Grimaldo or Frimpong can cut inside. Well, they're the ones out wide if they feel the need to do so. However, a majority of the time, this is how it's going to look in the attack. Obviously, your center backs will be pushed further up as well, but for the purpose of this section, I'm just going to have it with the final third. So Grimaldo and Frimpong are going to be aiming their crosses in at center, which centrally you got Wirtz, Schick, and Hoffman all there to receive those crosses. However, Hoffman and Wirtz are aiming at the far post. Now, once they are further in, that does get kind of tricky. How do they solve that and utilize that crossing at the far post? They utilize it from a deeper position, which is what you were all probably guessing in the first place. They will usually try, Wirtz will hit Frimpong from this position right here. Hoffman will hit Grinaldo from this position right here, which will allow them to make slightly later runs into the box where Grimaldo can find either Wirtz, Schick, or Hoffman, or Grimaldo or Frimpong can easily find Patrick Schick, as he is a big dude. Which, that is a tip for this tactic. If you have a bigger striker, that is going to help you drastically with this. Now, size is definitely going to help you with this 5-2-2-1. You want to have a bigger back line. In all tactics, I recommend having a bigger back line if you are able to do so. As Frimpong and Grimaldo are on the shorter side, Hincapi, Tapsoba, and Ta are all absolute giants. And Palacios and Chaka have some decent size to them as well, more so Chaka than Palacios though. Now, the aerial ability really helps because obviously we are kind of focusing on a big, tall striker up front in Schick, but also on set pieces and winning aerial duels to counterattack. That is going to help as well. That is why Hincapi, Tapsoba, and Ta are all big giants. And what will help is winning the ball with aerial duels. They can easily play the ball off to Chaka or Palacios, or Chaka, he's pretty big as well. He's the ball winning midfielder in this scenario, and he can win the ball, and then he just plays it off to Palacios, where Palacios, the deep line playmaker, can easily find Hoffman or Wirtz, or even play it out wide to Frimpong. So this tactic allows for big-time attacking play, big-time playmaking play, and very good and lethal counterattacks. So if that's what you're looking for in your tactic, you're definitely going to want to give this a go. And two things I want to highlight really quickly before we get into how it performs in the match engine. I want to highlight how Patrick Schick and Alex Grimaldo did, because Patrick Schick is your main goal scoring option, and then Mr. Grimaldo in this scenario, big time playmaker at the wingback position. So if you have like a Grimaldo or Trent Alexander-Arnold in your side, I would even say James Ward-Prowse, because I've actually played him as a fullback before and he's absolutely insane at it. If you have someone like that who's really good at playmaking, you're going to get some good assist numbers, because Grimaldo himself had 24 assists from that wingback on attack, which those 24 assists helped to set up some of the goals that Patrick Schick scored, which Patrick Schick scored 57 goals in 42 games, which Patrick Schick doesn't do that in reality. So this tactic turns him into a whole new beast of a player. But now that we've gone over that, let's see how it performs within the match engine. So there we have it, the 5-2-2-1 Blade Runner that we tested with Bayer Leverkusen, where it puts Xabi Alonso's high impact attacking with my methodical playmaking style. It allowed us to win 1 Bundesliga title, 2 DFB Pokals, and a Europa League title between the tests. Did absolutely fantastic, and in that Europa League final, we ended up beating Liverpool 3-1, as you saw in the match engine footage. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you guys would like to get a discount on FM24, I'll have links down below in the description for you guys to do that, and also link down in the description to my Discord where you will be able to download this tactic from, so definitely keep that in mind also. And if you happen to enjoy, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to keep on watching my tactic videos, here is a playlist on screen right now for all my tactics that I have done this year in FM23.